augmented matrix. Now, writing the augmented matrix is just making sure, one, the variables are all on the same side, equals a number, so they are. All of the variables are in alphabetical order, x, y, z, which all three equations are. So we're good to set up, and we're ready to write the augmented matrix. And we write the augmented matrix, we take the numbers in front of each variable and plug them in. So the number in front of x is 1. The number in front of y is 2. The number in front of z is -3, and then -2. Then we can do the next equation. So 1, -1, 1. Questions on how we set this up? Now the dimensions are rows by columns. So how many rows do we have? 3. Columns is 4. So this is a 3 by 4. Questions on this here so far? All right. Now we're going to solve. So you need to go on and grab your calculator. So the first thing we need to do in solving this using the calculator is to type the matrix in. So to do that, we're going to hit second matrix first, second x to the -1.
Do that again. Second x to the -1. Then we go over to math.
Then we go over to edit. So we're going to go over to edit. And we're going to hit enter because we're going to edit the first matrix, matrix A. And we're going to put in that augmented matrix that we just had. So it is a 3 by 4. And now we're going to put the numbers in exactly as we had them. So the first one was 1, 2, -3, -2. Then we move down to the next row and type it in. So 1, -1, 1, -1. And lastly, 3, 4, -4, 4. Any questions on how we type this in? What part? So we understand how to make this? Yes? So, questions on going from here to here? So we are good to go from our equations to this form. Yes? Okay. Because if you hit or type one of the wrong numbers in, all you've got to do is go back and select or kind of have the cursor over it and type in the new number. So, right, so we just go 1, 2, then you can type in -3.
That is -3.
Right, so there's -2. Hit enter twice. And then our next number should be 1, so type 1, enter. Then the next one is 1, enter. -1. So you won't see all of this listed because your screen is only going to show you 3 by 3 grid. So if anything longer than that will not show in either direction. Okay. Any questions on getting this plugged in? Okay. Now this one here, the version I have up here does show the whole thing. Yours is only showing at least 3 rows and 3 columns at a time. Once we get this typed in, we hit second, quit. Now we're going to go second matrix, go back to it. But instead of going to edit this time, we go to math. Now we want to find RREF in the menu. It should be letter B, RREF, and enter. Once you find RREF, hit enter. Now we have one last thing. We need to recall the matrix that we just plugged this in as. Well, we plugged it in as matrix A. So to recall it, one last time, we're going to go second matrix. Now we notice that the cursor is right next to matrix A. Hit enter. And one more time, enter. And that's the answer.
All right, no, I know it now.
We're able to get that same matrix.
I don't know what I just did.
So second matrix, so clear that out. So second matrix, so go over 1. Now we need RREF. And hit enter. Now second matrix, and enter, because we want the first one. One more time. So we have this here. Okay. I'm just going to check one thing. Second matrix. So 3 by 4, yes. And then, oh, looking at the wrong one. So we do have 1, 2, -3, -2. 1, -1, 1, -1. 3, 4, this one should be -4, 4. Now the nice thing is if it's been put in to the calculator once, we can highlight it, hit enter. We can call it back down. So, were we all able to get this matrix C to show up? Yes? Now, as we went over this yesterday, as long as we have the equations set up originally as x, y, z, our solution from top to bottom is going to be x, y, z. 0, 5, 4. So the solution for this is 0, 5, 4. And that's it. So the answer for this here is the point 054. That's it.
Is it just the last column?
And as long as we put our x numbers first, y second, z third, the solution is going to be x, y, z. Are you ready to look at another one? Yes? Okay. So if we look at this next one here, number 5, we do have 3 equations. All 3 variables are on the same side and in the correct order. So our augmented matrix would be what?
It would be x 3, -1, 1, -2, -6, 1, -3, 3, and 5,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So whenever there's not a number in front of it, all we're doing is putting 1. We'll look at the next one in the new sheet. If there's a variable missing and it's included in the other 2, it's 0. And we'll see an example of that here in a minute. Now we just need to type it in. So to input it into the matrix, we're going to do what? Second matrix. So edit, because we need to edit the matrix. We need to put it in there. So we'll go to edit. And since we're only working with 1, we'll just keep putting this in as A.
Is it 3 by 4?
It is a 3 by 4. Going across the top, we had 1, 3, -1, 1. -2, -6, 1, -3, 3, 5, negative 2, 4. Yes? Go on, do the next step if you know it. Yes, bless you. Yeah, go on and do it. If you know how to do it, just keep going. Then what do we do next? So you finished typing it in, yes? So we need to get out of it. Now, part of the reason is sometimes the next steps we do might put it into each one of those cells, each one of those numbers. So we need to quit out. So second mode is quit. Now we need the RREF. So second mode will quit. So it gets us back to the main menu. So second matrix. Now we need RREF. Yep. And once you get there, hit enter. Now we need our matrix. So we go second matrix. A. Enter. And the last row is 2, 0, 1. Yes? So our answer is 2, 0, 1. So if that's the case, so that would be,
I think I sum up.
so second matrix, let's go over to edit, is 3 by 4, yes. And for number 5, 1, 3, negative 1, yes, 1, negative 2, negative 6, 1, negative 3, 3, 5, negative 2, 4. And we can go second quit. Now one thing that's nice is if we go up here, hit enter, it recalls it back down. Hit it one more time. And we'll do that one, and I'll show you here in a minute how we do that there. So there's one last one I want to look at. Careful, because we have 6 for x, yes? What's y?
Main one?
Yes. Since we don't have a y value, it is going to be.
Oh.
All right. So this is the last one we're looking at. Now the system's already set up the way it should. So let's go across our augmented matrix for the first row. So our first number is 3, 2, and that's it. Now something I want to draw your attention to, Coop. If we look at the second row, we have 6 in front of x, yes? So we put it in. Do we have a y? So what do you think we put in for y? If it's missing, it is 0. Negative 1 and 8. The reason we don't put 1 is because if it was 1, we would still have the variable, because 1 times x is just x, so it does show up. So we do have that. Now, one thing I will put in is that if here the first equation has x, y, z, yes? So that means the others have to have a number for x, y, and. If the equation only starts out with x, y, and all the others only have x, y, we don't need a number for z. It has to show up in one equation for it to be included in the others. But then we do the rest. The bottom one doesn't have an x, so it is 0. Negative 1 for y, 3 for z, and. Now we can put it in. Does that make sense? So we plug this in. We can go second matrix. Over to edit. It's still a 3 by 4. But this time we have 3, 2, negative 5, negative 10. 6 for x, 0 for our y, negative 1 for z, of 0, negative 1, 3, negative 2. So we good with typing this in? You can put it on my desk. So everyone has it typed in? I think you're still working. You're good. One of the things I will say is the more that you do these, the faster you're going to get at typing it in. Second quit. Now, if you notice, we already have RREF matrix A several times above it, yes? So we could do second matrix, go over and get REF, then go second matrix, recall matrix A. Or I can highlight this, hit enter, it'll pull it back down, hit it again, and we get our answer. Because since we changed matrix A, it's reapplying it to the new matrix, not the old one. And if you notice, there is a decimal, yes? I'm going to show you how to fix that. You see the button called math that has math written on it, M-A-T-H? Hit it. And if you see the first one in the list is arrow, F-R-A-C, fraction, hit enter. Since we didn't put anything in front of it, it's going to grab the previous answer. So our matrix C with the fraction, matrix C with the decimal. If you hit enter again, it'll turn every decimal into a fraction that it can. So it turned that negative 0.6 repeated into negative 2/3. So our answer is negative 2/3, comma, negative 34, comma, negative 12. And that's it. Questions on this here? And that's it. Now, at this point, using the graphing calculator, especially since you weren't here yesterday, is going to be a little bit of a learning curve to it. But once you get used to that calculator, there's a lot of things that are going to be much faster on that there. So if you remember Monday, what we were doing and going through all that, what we just did today would do all that for us. So if you want to, 1/5's homework can be done just like what we just did.